여기 앉으면 되나? 위험해 보여. Please stand by.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
뭐 어떻게 되는 거야?
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
어렸을 적 기억이네.
You are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
엄마.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings.
불화하게
And I
자랐구만.
to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
라디오.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
아빠?
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this.
나.
You're old enough.
잠깐만.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
어디요?
Try that one.
어디죠? 아하. 저기로 가면 되는구만. 됐어. 나.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it.
마누라인가 보네.
I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job.
애도 있었어.
It's only looking back by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. It's gonna be
창문.
fine. You'll see.
사라.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance.
창문.
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
메리.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see.
애기 우네.
I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
자, 이거는 뭘까?
How did you think this was going to end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
헐, 뭐 한 거지?
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
켈로그 얘도 기관 운명을 기관 삶을 살았네.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
바텐더.
I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
황무지.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
황무지.
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
나.
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you.
And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet.
인스티튜트.
So,
오.
you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
이제 최근이네.
We do.
비교적.
As you can see.
What do you want?
나.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations
어.
lately. This must stop.
신스.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
그냥 뭐 로봇이네.
But the
첫
Institute could
번째는.
always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you,
신스.
first synths
아,
weren't all
똑같아,
that
똑같아.
impressive.
인스티튜트.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B748.
오! 와. 와, 개쩔어. 싸움 완전 잘하네.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're
와,
running out.
대박이야. 방금 거 완전.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated.
어?
Cryogenic
여기
freezing
주인공 그거네.
suspended.
Vault computers are still working.
맞나?
That's good.
맞아.
Hopefully it's all just
Find it.
Pod C6. Down
나.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth.
오케이. 여기부터 흥미로워지는구만.
They came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
all near the end.
과학자.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
냉동포드.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
예비 실험체.
Even
주인공이죠?
then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
근데 맨 처음에 동양인으로 시작했으면 여기도 동양인으로 나왔으려나? 내가 나중에 성형했으면? 주요 대상?
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of her. Now, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
이렇게 된 거였구만.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
어...
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
자, 다음에 뭐 어떻게 됐으려나? 얘가 션이, 얘 션이네. 많이 자랐구나.
Very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
나.
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's.
늙은이? 그거 누가 있나 보네, 확실히.
Bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
션.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid.
다이아몬드 여기에서 살았었네.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
그러니까 그 일이 맨 처음에 인트로에서 그 일이 있은 후로 아기를 뺏긴 일이 있은 후로도 시간이 꽤나 많이 지났다는 거야. 뭐야? 야.
It's okay.
추적자.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in.
얘 신스구나.
They were killing machines. Pure and simple.
터미네이터네. 터미네이터야.
And faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file. Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you
뭐지?
again soon.
와 워프해. 대박이야. 얘네 기술력 대박이야.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance.
오.
Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
나가기. 이런 거였구만.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
네가 어디 갔어? 부작용이 있나요?
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, you're fine. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
켈로그의 삶.
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us. And he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
그게 중요한가?
Does it really matter how I feel, Doctor?
Yes. You can't tell me that bearing witness to that man's life didn't affect you. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret, teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
네 생각은?
What do you think we should do?
Let me think. What about that memory involving Virgil, the rogue Institute scientist? If he were alive, we have a common enemy. He might help us.
다른 선택지는?
There's gotta be another way.
We delved into every memory we could find. This is the only thing I can think of that might get us more answers.
잘 모르겠어.
I don't know. I'm not even sure we can track him down.
The memory gave us a starting point, the glowing sea. But that can't be right. Trying to survive there is unthinkable.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all.
방사능.
So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man.
몇 초 안에.
That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
완벽한 은신 장소?
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same, if you're going to follow him.
이건 미친 짓이야.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Rad-Away. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor. That would be perfect.
파워 아머라. 이건 미친 짓이야.
Oh no, I'm not going there. That's crazy.
And plunging into a dead man's memory wasn't crazy? You've already done the impossible. Who's to say God won't let you do it again? Look, think it over if you have to, but it's the only path I can offer. Through the glowing sea to Virgin. By the way, I unplugged
젠장.
Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.